All right, everyone. It was a day of consolidating gains for the market overall. There's no distribution. The NYSE, as you can see here, was down 0.43%. The S&P 500 was down 0.35%, but volume was lower than the session before. The Nasdaq was down only 0.05%. We have heavier volume on Telechart, but of course on MarketSmith we have lower volume, so I guess I defer to the Russell 2000, which on MarketSmith shows lower volume. So with only the 0.10% loss, with the nice move off the intraday lows, and with the Nasdaq only down 0.05 with nice move off the intraday lows, today was an overall successful consolidation of the recent gains. I would like to see more of this as our V-shape almost go up every other day but barely ever pull back is starting to make the market look a tad extended short term, but it's not that bad. I mean, we're really just focusing on the Nasdaq and Nasdaq 100, but if we get more into the down and dirty like S&P 500, yeah, some backing and filling needs to be happen, but it isn't crazy. And then the Russell 2000, definitely nothing absurd, as it's not even back over its 200-day moving average yet. But I like to see that even on a pullback day, the Russell 2000 doesn't do as bad as like the worst index. As you can see, the S&P 500 down 0.35, Nasdaq down 0.43, the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.28, so they were worse than the Russell 2000. So overall, everything is good. Only one stock was not good today, COKE. EPAM after hours is now down to 72. My final sell stop on the entire position is right here, which is going to coincide with the 200-day moving average. But besides EPAM after hours and Coke during hours, there really was no other loser. But Coke already hit half of my sell stop on the entire position yesterday whenever it moved below 208.04 intraday. I then took whatever was remaining. Let's pretend like it's 10 shares because I don't quite remember now. 10 shares, and I put my first sell stop at 201.99 for 5 of those shares, and then my final sell stop on the remaining shares was the most recent support level, 188.53. As you can clearly see, intraday it ripped through both of them. It was a smart decision to go ahead and put the other half below 202 before the market opened today, as it clearly paid off, but also to make sure then that I didn't move the last one even down to like where I went long, as it just blew through those late September support levels. But the close below the 50-day moving average and above average volume means it's a complete 100% sell on the end-of-day basis. And even if you had to held it because you're not using stops, you're still going to leave with a 3% gain. And then the only other sell signal was MXL, a huge 25% plus move in one day on an already it's not really extended, but in an already uptrending stock on the highest volume of its move. Not only that, how about the highest volume ever for MXL? So when you have the highest volume ever, you have a 25% plus move, and you finish near the high of the day after already uptrending and being off the lows by at least 100%. I mean, I think it is 79%, close enough. It's time to go ahead and take some profits. If volume wouldn't have been huge, if it would have been more like FSB's move back here, notice that volume's big, but like it isn't the biggest going back to just here in June, and then even later on that day there was no huge surge, but MXL, huge surge in volume, so going to take 25% off up here. Hopefully it gaps up in the morning. I doubt it, but no matter what, we'll be locking in 25%. Then on the remaining position, I believe it's 230 shares. I already checked that. My first sell stop is a move below 1450, so 1449. 230 will be sold off. I think I'm selling off 160 shares today. Does that sound right? Whatever. And then the final sell stop is below 1278, so 1277. And I believe my entry is like around 1278. So I'll be leaving with just a 1 cent loss in the final position if it even gets that low. But I have a feeling I don't have to worry about that. This stock should continue to trend up. But I do want to lock in some of my profits here. Whoops. With the move, huge 25% plus move today, but MXL 25% sell. And then we only have one new long position. There were quite a few I was considering. AVGR, didn't finish near the high of the day, and earnings are after the bell tomorrow. WTW, was thinking about putting a buy stop, as that one is coiled as can be. It's very, very beautiful, but Unfortunately, earnings are after the bell tomorrow. And then UVV, this was a legitimate ex-Cancelim stock, price volume BOP surge signal. But earnings are after the bell tomorrow, so once again, no good. CDNS, not quite symmetrical enough for me. And then Kang, nice off of its lows. I know. Kang, nice off of its lows, but not a nice enough technical pattern to deal with this. Cancelim quality stock on the earnings per share basis, relative strength basis, not so much. And it's just really kind of is deep overall in its pattern. Where's the right one? There it is. Symmetrical wise, it's not like it's been building out this low for a while and it kind of looks more round, even though it does look like it's rounding out here. It just doesn't have enough green in that chart pattern to get me interested enough. Then the best long I'm passing on tonight, higher quality, is Isle. Yeah, I wanted it back here. We're thinking about putting buy stops above 2064. I didn't. You could go in and do limits at 2064, and I am considering that. I'm not sure yet, but earnings aren't, I think, till the 30th, so those are way far away, and it's already uptrending. So what I think I am going to do is I'll put some limits on around 2064. If I can get filled, awesome. It's Cancelim quality stock. Was a perfect speculator scan quality stock, but I don't think it is anymore. I'd have to check it out. Let me just really quick, we can do that together on the pre-list, see if it shows up there. J-I-L-E, yeah, so it doesn't even make it anymore. Oh, what the hell am I thinking? It never even did make it because it's a $20 stock. So I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in my brain, as I would never have even made any of my perfect speculator scans. So I am a bit retarded on that end. But Isle has a 99 relative strength rating. Definitely high quality Cancelim stock, the best one of the night that I'm passing on. But there is one new long position tonight in a very, very, very speculative name. Very, very nice technical pattern. I like what I see here, but you need to kind of look at an arithmetic chart to realize that the kind of tight price action on this log chart isn't that tight on an arithmetic. And obviously the stock being up 16% in one day, we do risk a lot if we're wrong. So it's going to be in between 0.5 and 1%. So I don't. So right around put about $3,000 into this one if I can even get that many shares. If not, I'll go to low end 2,000. If I can't, I mean, it trades enough volume that I think that I should be able to get it. But what I would do is, 175. Don't want to pay more than 179. I really have to think about it. I might not be able to do a trade that size due to the liquidity of this stock, but it trades tightly, so I don't think I have to worry too much. Even on its small days, you can see here it still trades 20,000 shares, so I don't think it's that bad. I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and do what I need to do, but pretty decent looking speculative chart pattern. It isn't the best, as it's very risky. I mean, just to know we're wrong on half the position, we risk 16% and 25% on the rest. I mean, if we use this as the final sell stop level, like I said, you're risking 30%. So, you might want to lean this even smaller. Hell, I might even go under 0.5% depending on, how I feel. I might have to keep it to about $1,000, get, about 500 shares or so. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just giving you guys the trade idea. It's not a high quality. It's not recommended. It's speculative, but I sure would like to see it hopefully do like another measured move maybe of 464%. Tell you what, to get 464%, I'll risk 30% on about 1% of my account capital or 0.5% of my account capital. To me, it's worth it in this market where some speculative names are moving. But anyway, overall, everything's fine. Hopefully we can see the market continue to consolidate without triggering too many sell signals in our current holdings.